Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. Now, this episode is kind of filled, actually it is filled with a lot of goodness. There's quite a lot that goes on during this episode, so I'm gonna need all of your attention. And it's gonna hopefully be good. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We have some European games. I signed an international contract, and yeah, it all just gets a bit gravy, baby. And we've got our first game up against Everton here, and obviously I put out one of my probably the strongest side I have. You know, Diakati there. Again, never will be able to pronounce his name, so don't try and help me because I'm a lost cause. But yeah, so he's he's in the centre defensive midfield position at the moment, purely because Pogba, I believe, is out for 3 months, along with Hoylett, and Hoylett broke his collarbone in training. What a dickhead, man. I needed you, man. I wanted you playing midfield, but unfortunately both of them are out for 3 months. And in all honesty, that's really gonna stunt Pogba's growth as a player. You know, he's a young player, a lot of potential, and 3 months is a lot of time, and that's time that where I don't know whether the players in this game do actually go down in player rating if they are injured for you know, a certain amount of time, because I'd imagine after 3 months you're gonna be pretty rusty, not so good as before. But I'm not too sure about that. I might have to take a look into that and see what's up. But Ramirez here breaks away. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to score, but there's always El Shaarawy to clean up and pick up the goal. So I was in this game up against Everton, and they actually took a goal lead. And whenever they take a goal lead, I always feel as though it's an absolute mountain to climb. But whenever I take a goal lead, I always feel as though they could get it back so quickly. So I was a little bit nervous about that. I had to make sure that, you know, I didn't do anything stupid, didn't make any silly mistakes, because that's what I seem to be doing a lot at the moment. It's just, you know, making these noob errors. But their defender there becomes really slack, allows El Shaarawy to turn him, and that was that. And that's a 2-1 victory for the boys, and I was really chuffed with that. 2-1's a good, you know, a good game, not exactly a hammering. Didn't beat them comfortably by any means, but, you know, a win's a win, as always. And 2-1, I'll take that any day of the week, to be honest. It was at home, though, so I definitely feel as though there's things to sharpen up. But Turkey are like, we haven't heard back from you. Are you ignoring us? What's going on? You know, if we didn't hear back from you, then we're just gonna assume that, you know, I didn't want the job. And so I decided I'd get back to them. So I had a few contracts, some international contracts. I had India FA. I'm not entirely sure why that is in there in this particular clip, because I'm pretty sure they offered ages ago. Oh no, wait, no, this is the email where they're like, why have you not responded? Similar to the Turkish email. But I got quite a few offers, and all of the offers I was really interested by. So Turkey, I've obviously been using Turkey for a little while now. I really enjoyed using them. They were a good side. I wouldn't say they were an amazing side by any stretch of the imagination, but I would say they are, you know, a good side. Got some good potential in there. Their midfield was their strongest game. They had the likes of Turan, Imran, and Sahin, all very good. There was a couple other midfielders there. They had Yilmaz as a striker, not exactly great, but I enjoyed using Kolak at the left wing, and they also had quite a good right winger as well. But they're the third contract offer, France. Oh damn, that would look tasty. But you also have the likes of Romania, who offered me a contract, and Ecuador. Ecuador got some great players. I'm pretty sure, actually, is Muriel Colombian or from Ecuador? I'm not entirely sure, but nevertheless, I signed the French one. There was no way I could let that one slip through my hands, and they sent me a lovely caring email telling me that I'm gonna have lots of French fondue and all that stuff for free, which I was really chuffed with, and it all seemed fine and dandy. You got the likes of Benzema, Sacco, Mangala, you got Lloris, you know, there's just so Nasri in there. You just got such a solid squad, as well as Menez, Remy. I mean, there's too many players to name that are world class in this team, and they're just so good. So I decided I couldn't throw up that opportunity, and I was really excited to see you know, how things would go with France. And I actually have a really important game up next here. Back to the club stuff, by the way. I've signed my international contract. We're now back to club, but we had the Euro League game, and this was so important. It really was. You know, there are some top class sides in this, and Arsenal being one of them. Arsenal are such a great side in FIFA. They seem to play a lot like Barcelona, that sort of pass and move. If you guys look at the way they beat me, they just pass and move, but they actually get the first opening goal up from Oliver Giroud there, who picks up the opening goal, and I was actually really nervous from there. I didn't know what would happen. You know, this is my home game out of the two legs, and in your home game you should always try and minimize their away goals and also maximize on your own goals to get a decent aggregate lead. And with that being said, a very noob error there where my keeper passes it out, and Gervinho capitalizes on that and actually rockets it into the near post, but that was completely my fault. There's just straight up noobiness, and I lost 2-0 in the home leg of the game, and I was so nervous. That meant if I wanted to go through, I would have to go away to the Emirates Stadium and beat them 3-0 or 4-1 or something crazy like that. If I even wanted to go through, I mean, I could play them 2-2 and then end up going extra time, and if it comes to penalties. But no matter what, it was always going to be a really tough game. And imagine, you know, the board want me to actually go on and win this entire tournament, which I thought was a bit much, to be honest. You know, I just recently got into this tournament and they want me to go and win it first time. But anyways, I was submitting a squad. I actually decided to bring in a, I took out Tabanu, I think his name is, and I put in Griezmann. I'm not entirely sure if that's how you say it, but that's the way I interpreted it, and that's the way it's going to be from now. But I decided to put him into the squad because he looked really good and looked like a player I was interested in using. I think I saw his stats somewhere on Ultimate Team or something like that, and I just remember him being a really good player. But it was the second leg away at Emirates, and I needed to win big if I wanted to go through. And Muriel opens up the goal line, goal scoring right at the beginning in the 12th minute there, and there you guys can see aggregate is 2-1, and by the looks of things, Arsenal are going to be going through if it stays just like this. And you know, like I said, the board actually want me to go on and win this, and could you imagine me going out? You know, this is still relatively early stages of the tournament, and I just really wanted to do better than you know, what's expected of me, and you know, they expect me to win it, so there's not much I can do. And as you guys can see, Walcott is unleashed here, and Walcott's pace is just disgusting in this game, and he fires one at the near post past the newly signed Goita, and that, you know, that kind of made me just think it's gonna be really tough to get through this. But nevertheless, Ramirez bounces one off the post, and fortunately for me, El Shaarawy was actually there to clean it up, and that's a couple times he's done that, which is great to see. Not to mention, again, El Shaarawy fires one at Szczesny. Szczesny in this game is unreal. His reactions are cat-like. They are so great. And if you guys are looking for a keeper, you know, you have a few million to spend, he's definitely one I recommend. But there it is, Ramirez, who fires one into the far netting, and that's 3-1. And you guys know that because of the away goals, I believe it is, if it stayed like this, I would actually be going through, which would just be tremendous, despite there still being just a 2-goal difference. But my man, the Afro man himself, Fellaini, secured me the win, and I couldn't believe it. I needed to score big, and I absolutely did. And I was really nervous going into the game because I knew the team wasn't doing, you know, we weren't on top form. We'd lost some really easy games, but I was so chuffed that we are finally going to go through and we knock out Arsenal, who I might add are actually a very quality side in this particular tournament. So with that being said, I move on, and I could play either, I think that's Chelsea or Wolfsburg. I think that's their logo, but chances are it'll probably be Chelsea. And thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I hope you did enjoy this episode. Sorry for the late night upload, but I'll have this starting from scratch out very soon. Have a great day. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye. I need a fart.